Claude, thank you very much for being here. I'd like to start by asking you to tell a little bit about your role at Krest and what is your company doing at the moment.
am the founder, owner, and chief servant officer of Krest. I founded Krest now 12 years ago. We are a family-owned business, so we work initially as a family office. And Krest concept at the beginning was really to create a transgenerational portfolio. That was the goal. We have a big family, and to have some of our equity invested in tangible assets, and the best tangible asset are the bricks. We arrived here in Portugal in 2013, and that was where the real journey started. Because as we were in Belgium, very quickly I wanted to develop and to build neighborhoods, to build places with a certain scale, which would really have a social impact. Because that's, for me, it's very important, the concept of purpose. Then we came up with this new concept of creating a fund for affordable housing, which is called Belgian Land, which is today creating around 3,000 units in Belgium. We then did a new office park in Belgium called Axis Park. And we will talk about the concept of location. I don't believe in location. So I think that you can create the location if you have enough scale and if you create a new dynamic. So if it's scalable, the location can be anywhere if you have a hub. You need to have street, roads, you need to have good access, that's for sure. But it doesn't need to be prime location. Because of this non-real interest for the real estate per se, but more of the social impact, that's why we are in everything today. And Krest is a company which doesn't have one specific area that it likes more than another. We like everything.
Very interesting. Let's talk about Portugal. We are here at the Portugal GRI.
Yeah, very happy to be here.
Pleasure. And you guys have been active here for the last 11 years,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. How do you see the market at this moment? Many opportunities, prices are too high. What kind of opportunities are you looking for here?
Compared to when I arrived, when I arrived, many opportunities.
I can imagine.
Because we arrived
11 years ago,
in the middle of the crisis. And I think that what we went through, first of all, the resilience of Portugal is quite stunning. When I arrived in Portugal, Belgium was a very hot market, real estate was just going up, and up. Portugal, Spain were really at the bottom of the crisis. And now it's a bit the
other way around, right?
Yeah, it's the other way around. So I would not say that Portugal is an opportunistic market anymore. It's a mature market with many actors. We are one of them. We're one of the big ones now on the market. I want to be where no one wants to be. We have an experience of transforming rustic into urban, which is the hardest thing to do in real estate. There is not a hardest, more complicated, frustrating process. But I think that by creating this land and by changing this allocation of land, you create life, you create a location, and you have it at a good price. That is where the opportunity. So Portugal has still a lot of land, but the process to restructure this land is very long. So you need to have patience. For the rest, we don't look anymore at what the market is looking at and all, because it's too expensive.
And talking about all these bureaucracies and etc., we have been talking a lot about the simplex. What are your views on that?
I think that there is a good will to have a simpler system. You have to look at it at a larger perspective. So there was a real issue in terms of issuing licenses. So everything all around the country was blocked, and there was a serious housing issue. So the simplex is supposed to simplify that. Now, on the largest perspective, what is happening is actually certain control is taken from the municipality and transferred to the developer. So the municipality will be more of a watchdog and make sure that you do it by the book. Then it can block then the construction site. So it's a transfer of responsibility, which today it's very hard to evaluate actually how this is going to materialize.
You're always thinking about social impact when it comes to real estate. I can see you like to think outside of the box. Don't bring you the obvious opportunities because everybody
We don't
will be
look at
looking
them.
at that. You don't look at that. I find it fantastic. Let's think about the future of real estate. Where is this industry going? Such an industry that has been a very old, traditional industry, and I can see you have a different approach to the real estate industry. What's the future for the real estate
So
industry?
it's very difficult to say what's the future for the real estate industry, because real estate industry is like, what's the future of space? It's large. So we have to rethink every aspect of real estate. So we just finished a tower called K Tower here. I spoke about the office park that we have in Belgium. Each project we are rethinking that we do in offices, we are rethinking the way that people work. So for instance, K Tower, we designed it without having a tenant, but the way that I looked at it was to really create, first of all, very large space, more than 1,200 square meters per floor, and to change the concept of like table sharing, where like the floor becomes a neighborhood. And so it gives flexibility to the people who work there to organize the floor the way that they want. So that's a new way of rethinking. And so therefore, the office, because of COVID and what we went through, has to become better than home. You have to feel more at home at the office to give you the will to go back to the office. So that's the way it works. In hospitality, for example, we started very simply. We have a brand called from Marriott, which we operate, which is called Moxie, which it was revolutionary, a bit like the Citizen M and the Mama Shelter concept. Today, we have developed our own brand, which is called Used. We are partner in this brand. Used is a new concept of hospitality, which mix co-living with like 6 to 8 bed rooms, luxury, and short stay with a super nice F&B, and with co-working around it. Therefore, like the building in itself become your hub, and you have access to everything. And it's a way of living, and it's a way of interacting, because this is what people want. The generation which is coming, which, I'm too old already, I'm already passé, but the generation which is there today wants more connectivity, wants more interaction. And so the real estate is going towards a concept which creates this possibility of interact, closer to hubs, closer to mobility, less cars. This is where we are heading. And so we think that it creates an environment where like it mixes the body and the soul. Because at the end of the day, our job is to create a space where you're going to feel better with yourself. And that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm trying to create.
Perfect. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank
Claude.
you.